Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that you're watching this after you've had a good sleep in and an opportunity to sort of stretch and relax. I can't remember whether there's football on a New Year's Day. There probably is. So, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to keep this really short. I want to talk about resolutions today. Seems to be the hot topic for New Year's Day, right? So, how many of you make resolutions every year? I do. How many of you like blow them out of the water? Like you completely forget about them within, like, in record speed? I do. I am useless with resolutions. And yet every year I make them. And I think that's because I have hope. Every year I come up with, I'm going to do this, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to read a book every day, I'm going to, whatever it might be. And I try hard for a little while and then it kind of goes flop. But I think the reason I make them, because usually, there's usually a couple of the healthy ones that you want to, this, that for whatever reason, we think January 1st is the perfect day to start living healthy instead of today, whatever that might be. So you have those, but there's something about making resolutions that we say to ourselves, there's something in my life I'd like to make better. Or there may be something, your resolution is to help someone else, that there's something in their life I'd like to help them make better. And that comes from a good place. It comes from a place of hope. I really think that when we make New Year's resolutions, we don't do so out of frivolity, or we are not being silly, or, for those who are cynics out there, say that, you just make them because it's stupid, because you're just going to fail. You never have to, okay, sure. Yeah, we might fail. More often than not, we might fail. But in that moment, we have hope. We have a desire to do something different, to do something that's going to change our life or make us happy or make someone else happy or something. And that speaks a great deal about what we think of the new year. I know it's just a day. It's just a magic day that we say everything starts fresh for whatever reason. And there's nothing wrong with that. For some people, it might be their birthday. For some people, it might just be Thursday. But for lots of people, New Year's Day is the day when they take time to take stock and think about what it is I'm doing and who it is I'm called to be and where do I want to be in a year from now. And it's a time of reflection and retrospection, but also a time of projection, of thinking about where do we want to end up a year from now. And I think that's awesome. I think it's really important that we do that, because when people have a little bit of hope, even if people, like I've known people, I've been here myself, where I've been so depressed, in such a state of grief or depression, like I'm not just talking like I'm upset because I'm like my boyfriend broke up with me or something. I'm talking about like serious mental health, like you've been depressed. And if there is something that you can latch onto, some little thing that you can say, I have hope for this. If I can just get through today, then tomorrow. That gives us the will to go on. For any time I've done any work in training around suicide prevention and things like that, one of the things we talk about is helping people to see beyond this very moment. Can you call me tomorrow? Can you make a list of the people that you need to talk to? Is there a possibility that, we could make a plan to go in and talk to your boss together about the problems you're having at work, like working through these things? If we have that little, even if it's a microscopic little seed of hope, the possibility that things could be different tomorrow, then we'll have a tomorrow. And I think that's what our resolutions are really about. It's about, on a bigger scale, looking and saying, I do have a tomorrow, and I'm excited about that tomorrow. And this is what I want to do with that tomorrow. And when we can do that, when we have that kind of hope, I really do believe it helps lead to faith. And faith helps us lead us out of ourselves and into community, reaching out to other people, being a part of other people's lives, being able to help another person. And quite often when we help another person, we end up helping ourselves. It's really hard to not feel good about yourself when you've made someone else feel good about themselves. So for those of you who are thinking, do I make New Year's resolutions or not? Go for it. And don't feel guilty if you don't go through with them. But be proud of yourself and think to yourself, I was thinking ahead. So what kind of resolutions do you have for this year? One of the things I said last year was I was going to write a book about Dude. I said that I think after he died in May. I think it was for my birthday. So I have not done that yet. Life has been pretty hectic. I'm going to have a bit of time on my hands, not a lot, but a bit, when I move to Brandon, because I'll be moving by myself. So in the evenings and weekends or time that I'm not at work, I'll be by myself and I'll have more time. So that's one of the things I'd like to do, is write storybooks about Dude, or a story about Dude. That's something. A resolution I have is to learn how to become a bishop, and to do the very best I can to do that. Another real resolution I have is to really focus on centering myself, what physically, getting healthy, spiritually and emotionally, getting to that place in my life where I recognize the truth that in God I can handle whatever's coming to me. God will never ask me to do something that I am not already either prepared for already, or that God is not doing the preparation work with me as I step out in faith. So that's a resolution I've had for years, and it's one that doesn't fail, one that I haven't quit on. It's an ongoing thing. Every year I resolve that, whether I recognize it or not. And every day I do little steps toward that, and I get stronger in my faith. And in the health part, the physical body health part, I'm working on. We're getting there. But those are resolutions that I can make. And even if I stumble, it's okay. Don't kick yourself in the butt if the resolutions you make aren't going to fit the life that you have a week or two from now. Allow yourself to look back and say, yes, but those resolutions helped me recognize that I needed to continue for a week or two till get to now. It's all about hope. I pray that you have a blessed New Year's Day, and that this week, the opportunities that come for you in 2024 are challenging and energizing, and then they bring you everything you dream of. And when they don't, because they never all do, not all of the good things happen. We all run into things that are tough. But when you do run into those tough things, I pray that 2024 will be the year that you recognize the strength that you have within yourself to challenge the challenges, to come out on the other side and recognize that you are strong and you are able and you have the gifts that you need, or you have access to those who can help you develop those gifts. I really believe that. I pray that you have a great day. God bless you. I will see you again tomorrow for Church at Home with Rachel.